resilience of the people, the enterprising nature of Indian people, and to be able to take it upon themselves that despite all the suffering, sacrifices, in fact, many of them lost their near and dear ones during the pandemic. Despite all that, if the Indian people saw an opportunity that they can take this challenge up and come out in their businesses. So Indians have always had this difficulty in having to come back to producing certain things which are your day-to-day domestic necessities, but you're unable to produce because you find cheaper imports coming of the very same requirement. But now we've seen that there is an opportunity which lies. One, from the consumer point of view, that even within India there's enough purchasing power, and many of these goods which can be produced in India will have a definitive large consumer base within the country. So catering to the domestic market itself has become now attractive for many of those producers who wouldn't have produced such things which were otherwise available for cheap from outside. I fortunately or unfortunately spent some time with the WTO in my capacity as a Commerce Minister of India between 2014 and 17. No, it has to give more space to hear voices of countries which have something different to say, and not just hear but also somewhat heed, because today's message for the WTO should be to have greater openness. In fact, I'm not quoting in the context of WTO, but it might be useful to recall the words of US Commerce Secretary Catherine Tai. She had recently spoken, and I was very, very impressed, if I can use that word, about what exactly is the traditional trading approach, what exactly is liberalizing the market, what would actually mean in terms of tariff reduction. It is true now, countries do look at it. It is a time when countries are looking at what extent to which you would want to have market liberalization. Since 98 to today, hasn't the electronic transmission business, transaction business, trading business evolved? Shouldn't there be a change in the policy of WTO in terms of that their moratorium should continue? A moratorium in 98 and a moratorium today on electronics when the world has moved so much on the digital. It is that which I like to question. It's not to say that, we have to reverse the benefits of globalization.